Hello and welcome back to this session. In this session, I'm going to show you how to perform remote connection on your Windows machine. So what you can see here, I have my Kali server right here. So you can see my Kali server, and you can see that I'm running my Kali server in remote way, or that's a remote connection. So if I minimize this, you can see that I'm using remote desktop connection. So in reality, I have a different system that I have my Kali server installed on, and then I have performed remote connection from that system, and that system is appearing on my Windows 10 machine. So you can see from here is Windows 10. So I'm running Windows 10, and then within Windows 10 I have launched remote desktop connection, and I've connected my VirtualBox or my Kali server in right here. So we said in order to do that, what you need to do is that you have to first make sure that you have installed a particular protocol. Remember, you need to enable a particular protocol for this action. So to perform remote desktop connection, you need to make sure that you have enabled the RDP protocol. That's the remote desktop protocol. So the protocol needs to be enabled both on your Kali server and your Windows machine. So if you had wanted to perform it on your Windows system, what you do is you locate a particular remote desktop protocol that is called SRDP. So what we need to do is that we need to install this protocol. By default, the protocol is not installed, so you have to install the protocol. I've already installed it on my system. So SRDP, this is the protocol we are talking about. So if you had wanted to install, all you need to do as usual is to provide a sudo, and then we'll put here apt with what? Install, and then SRDP. Try to install. They will ask for your root password, so you confirm the root password, and then it is going to go ahead to install. So my password is wrong, so let me confirm my password, and then it's going to go ahead to install the drive. I've already installed it, so it's not going to perform anything much. But if you have not installed it, then you have to go ahead and do the installation. So once installation is done, what you can do is that you can check it out to see whether it has been installed or not. So what I need to do is type SRDP. So if I type SRDP, I bring a space, and then I'll go for status. Remember Metasploit. So we just put here service SRDP and then status. So if you do that, it's going to tell us the status. So see, it is running. That is what you see there. So if your status is not running, what you can do is that you just change this to start, and then the status is start. So by default, your SRDP protocol is by default disabled. When you restart your step 2, it's going to be disabled. So every time you do is that when you restart your machine, type service SRDP status, and it's going to give you the status whether it is active or it is inactive. So we see it is running. So if it's running, then you can go ahead and then remote connect it from your Windows machine. But if it's not running, you have to go ahead and start it up by typing SRDP start. If you want to stop it, you just put SRDP service SRDP with a stop, and then you're going to put an end to your service. So that is how you go about it. So now for the Kali side, it is taken care of. So that's what you do. You have to first make sure that you install that protocol called SRDP protocol. That is the remote desktop protocol. The RDP protocol is going to enable us to be able to remote our Kali server on our Windows machine. So that's what we did. So XRDP is a protocol to help us enable our Kali server on our Windows 10 box. So that is what we are trying to do, or that's what we have done so far. So as usual, what you do, yes, is to enable remote connection from your system. So I'm going to expand. So I'm going to launch my File Explorer. So you click here, and then you launch your File Explorer. So I come in here, and this is my File Explorer. So this is where you come to. So in order to enable remote desktop connection protocol on your Windows machine, make sure you right click on this PC or PC, whichever name appears. Right click on this PC and then go into properties of your system. So if you go into properties of your system, this one you see, so that's the properties of my system. So what I need to do is I have to just move straight into advanced system. So if you look through or you scroll down, you can find advanced. Depending on your screen, yours might be at the far right hand side or to the left side or below. So I just have to click on advanced system and it's going to give me this prompt. So when this prompt pops up, what I do is move straight to remote. By default, it will be set to don't allow remote connection. So what you do is check on this map, allow remote connection to this computer, and then you click OK. So now it has been enabled on both what Windows side and then the client side. So that's what we have done so far. Okay then. So now let's go ahead and then check it out again. So now I'm going to disable this connection that I've done, and then I'm going to connect it once again for you to see how I went through this. So what you need to do is to search for remote desktop connection. So you click on your start button and then you type remote, and then you click on that and it's going to pop up. Or you can also issue this command mstcs. It's going to launch the same thing and then it's going to give you this prompt. So that's what it happens. Then you put in the IP address of your Kali server right here. So the address that I've given to my Kali server is 2. So I can go ahead and then click on connect. So once I do that, I'll get a prompt. Then I'll go ahead and accept, and I'm going to get this interface. So they're asking me to log into Kali. So I have to create a user account and then grant them permission. By default, if you create a normal user account, you don't have permission as administrator, so you have to create a user account and grant it permission. So what I need to do, I've already created a user account, so I'm going to show you how to create a user account soon. So what I can do is that I have to log in with my user account, that is Mike, and line password. Then I'll click on OK, and it's going to log me right in. So that's what I did. Then I was able to log in, and now I have my Kali server running on my Windows machine. So that is how I went about it. Let's clear the screen. So you can see how easy and simple remote connection from your virtual box, that is your Kali server, to your Windows machine, being it Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, or even Windows 11.